I couldn't believe that we were actually heading down to Owen Sound. I never thought we'd actually make it down there. And of course, anytime we go to Owen Sound, we always have to stop at Super Burger. It's like the best burger place in the whole world. And it's just some greasy spoon in the middle of nowhere, but the burgers are amazing.
I'd never been to Lovely Owen Sound before. Pete kept saying, "We're gonna make a movie." Uh, it was very exciting.
Burning bright in their hearts was the desire to make a movie. But who are the men behind the few, the proud, and the undead? Let's meet them. Pete Sankey, writer-director. Pete is a laid-back guy. The Few, the Proud, and the Undead was shot entirely in his hometown of Owen Sound, in and around his family manse. Pete only laid one ground rule before we made the trip. No one touches his mom.
Close on Ty's face, and you say, "You're a fucking pussy."
Oh, yeah. Hold on just one sec.
Mike Goldberg, cinematographer, editor. Goldberg is a laid-back guy. We all like him very much.
Oh, fucking hell! Oh, look at that! Oh.
Jerome Simpson, technical and audio director. Jerome is a laid-back guy.
Alright. Oh! Oh! Oh!
He doesn't know it, but right now Jerome has the boom mic pointed backwards. Caleb Kwak, behind-the-scenes cinematographer. Caleb is a laid-back guy. Almost all the footage in this making-of feature was shot by Caleb, which is the reason why you won't be seeing him here. You will also not be hearing him, as before the audio track was recorded, he broke his neck on a failed backflip. Despite the setback, Caleb remains alive and unparalyzed and is hoping to leave his bed in the next month. But without a cast, a crew is little more than fluffs on the wind. Let's see who went in front of the camera.
I thought it was just really funny is we have this one serious actor, Colin, who's a real actor and really knows what he's doing, and we had three guys who were going to be with him the entire time who didn't really act, didn't really know much about acting.
The other three soldiers, Vickman is actually my sister's boyfriend, Tyler Skelding, and the other two guys, Alan and Doug, they are his buddies, and they're the same age as him, and they're in their last year of high school, and so they all know each other really well, and it worked really well on screen. And the general is my dad, Don Sankey, and he's been in pretty much everything I've ever done. He was a principal for 36 years, so I know he knows how to yell at people.
A lot of senior officers here who would love to practice their golf swing on your testicles. Do you understand?
The boys had arrived at the Sankey household in Owen Sound, ready to make a horror film. Like all horror films, the Few, the Proud, and the Undead needed a monster.
The monster was actually this big Tigger costume that that I'd had for a long time, and I used to wear to Halloween parties and or just around the house sometimes for no reason. And we painted it all black, and then we took this gorilla mask for the head hair, and we had a skull mask, and we had eyes that glowed, but we could never get them to work on set, so we didn't use them.
I had doubts about the monster when I heard that it was Tigger spray painted black with a gorilla mask. And I think in the footage, a lot of the footage anyway, it did look like that, which is why we didn't end up using a lot of the footage, which is why I don't see much of the monster, which is why the monster has a very mysterious air to it. So in the end, it really worked in our favor, I think.
It looked like the monster had a bad 80s haircut.
Little did they know it, but the Few, the Proud, and the Undead was marching straight into trouble.
I remember we had done a lot of pre-production and planning so that we could get as much done in a really short time as we could, and then when we got there, it was just pissing rain, so there was no way we could do what we wanted to do. What we had to do was set up a giant tarp and set the camera beneath it, and then just kind of keep rotating the camera around so it looked like we were shooting in different locations all the time. And when it was raining too hard, we'd get shots that didn't require dialogue, and then when it would light up, we'd get the dialogue stuff. We had actors pull out at the last minute. We had effects that wouldn't work. We had every conceivable thing that could have gone wrong did go wrong, and I'm still smiling.
With smiles on their faces, the boys moved into the nighttime filming. A big part of that was the special effects.
I really don't like computer effects or big fancy effects. I always think they look really bad, and I think the best effects are just really easy, like magician type tricks that can be done at home, like the legs on fire, that they're just shoes on sticks, and I don't know, just little things like that. I think they look a lot better than computer graphics.
I can't puncture the fucking bag. Oh, shit.
And in terms of our special effects, the use of just actual guts and gore and all sorts of blood and just the copious amounts of corn syrup. I think it just made everything so much better and so much more fun because the people could interact and feel the squishiness of the guts and everything.
I remember poor Alan laying on the ground. It was raining on his face. He had all these sloppy 3-day-old, wet, cold, half-frozen chunks of cow on his stomach, and he was waiting for us to get everything set up exactly right so that Doug could tear the shirt open and start taking them out and licking them and stuff.
It wasn't all hard work though. When it came to having fun, the boys all made quite a bank.
Okay, throw it. What? Throw it.
Pete, Jerome, and I are sitting in his hot tub in the middle of October with Pete and I were having rums and cokes, and Jerome was having beer, and we're sitting there just, merrily drinking our time and thinking, yeah, everyone else is working really hard on their project, and here we are sitting in a hot tub.
I remember just after we finished everything, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and Jerome was brushing his teeth and he was going to bed, and I don't know how it happened. But anyway, we ended up in the hot tub, and we were in there for like 5 hours, and we just got plastered. We were so drunk. And it was funny because we'd been there for like 5 days, all night long, just screaming and yelling and ripping guts out and stuff like this. And my parents never complained about the noise once. But that last night, when it was just me and Jerome in the hot tub, my dad came downstairs at like 4:30 in the morning and told us to shut the hell up because we were being too loud.
No telling if the few, the proud, and the undead shoot would be complete, however, without the story of the cow's tongue.
Oh, all the gory parts in the movie we got from Ideal Meats, this abattoir in Owen Sound. They gave us a ton of guts for next to nothing, and
We could do one more.
Let me try that again with the zombie shuffle.
I think the coolest thing we got was the cow tongue. It was this massive, this just big phallic cow tongue. It was just it was gross, like, but it was cool at the same time, and we loved throwing that thing around and shoving it in people's faces. And so the last thing we did when we finished the movie was burn it.
All done. There she goes.
Someone get the lighter fluid.
That's a massive tongue. Okay, I want to see it like bubble over.
Shit, it's gonna explode.
Is it?
Oh, dude, yeah, back up.